What's growing on, gardeners? It's hard to believe it, but January is already here on the southeastern coast of North Carolina. But if you haven't started ordering your seeds for the new growing season yet, you are already falling behind. So on today's video, I'm going to show you my favorite places to order seed. Let's make 2025 the best gardening year ever.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and check out my Amazon store and Spreadshop links in the video description for everything I use in my garden and awesome custom apparel and gear.
Most seed exchanges make their new stock available at some point between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and the best time to order your seeds for the new growing season is as soon as this stock becomes available, because not only will you get the freshest seed that way, but the best varieties tend to sell out very quickly. So if you want to get the hottest, best-selling new varieties, you need to get in early. And a lot of these seed exchanges give all sorts of promotions early in the year where they'll give you a discount or reduce shipping, or they'll even throw in a few packets of seed if you're one of the early birds that takes the first bite out of the apple. So on this video, I'm going to show you some of my favorite places to order seed online. And boy, do I have a nice big stack of those to share with you all. Now, I just want to be clear on a few things. I'm not necessarily saying that these are the best companies to order seed from. That would be unfair. I haven't ordered seed from every single company out there, and there are tons of great companies that I may not have had experience with that I don't want to leave out of the mix. The reason why I'm making this video is to give many of you a starting point, because there are so many scammers out there and there are so many fly-by-night companies that I want to give you true, reputable companies that I have done business with and I've had great success with ordering through over the years that have fantastic germination rates. That is my goal here. If I am leaving out a company that you have done business with that has been great and you've had fantastic results, please drop the names down in the comments below, because we would like everybody to see them as well. I don't mean to leave anyone out. It's just you can only do business with so many companies, and I want to share some great starting points with you all. Seed company number one is the seed company that I probably order more seeds from than anyone else, and that is Tomato Growers. Now, if you follow my channel, you know that overwhelmingly the thing that I grow the most in my garden are tomatoes. And as the name suggests, Tomato Growers has an enormous selection of tomato seeds, one of the biggest on the internet. They also have a fantastic variety of peppers, cucumbers, squashes, and melons. I love ordering from Tomato Growers for two primary reasons. Number one, they are not afraid to carry F1 hybrids. This narrative has been spun across the internet over recent years that heirloom and open pollinated varieties are somehow better, but that's not true. Where I live on the coastal southeast, those varieties tend to do very poorly. The F1 hybrids with more advanced disease packages is what I need for my garden. They perform a lot better. The reason why heirlooms and open pollinated varieties are pushed so hard is because companies make more money off of them. There are no royalties, no licensing fees. You can grow the tomatoes that are heirloom and open pollinated, and you can collect all of that seed and sell it for whatever price you want. And everything for the most part is going to be profit. When you sell F1 seeds, they are patented. So you're buying them from someone else and you're reselling them. So you're only getting a defined margin on that. You may not make as much money on selling F1 seeds. If you want to grow heirloom and open pollinated varieties, they have a ton of them as well. So get all your heirloom and open pollinated stuff from them. There's a huge selection, but if you're like me and you want to grow F1s, these guys are great. The second reason why I love doing business with Tomato Growers is they have some of the best prices on the internet. I don't know if they're just willing to take a smaller margin or if they just buy enormous volumes of seeds, but for whatever reason, all of their packs are a few cents cheaper, and it really adds up in the long run. So great pricing, fantastic selection, and as a bonus, when you order early, they always throw in a few free packs of seeds. So if you want a great place to buy tomatoes, peppers, melons, and squashes and cucumbers, Tomato Growers is great. The only downside is their selection is lacking on cool crops and leafy greens and root vegetables a little bit more than some other locations. They do sell them, but they mostly specialize in tomato, pepper, and cucurbits, things like that. Company number two that I've really fallen in love with over recent years is Territorial Seed. Territorial Seed has an incredible selection of things, and just like with tomato growers, they're not afraid to sell F1 hybrids. They sell all of the open pollinated and heirloom varieties that you love, but they have an extensive selection of F1 hybrids. I'll say their average seed cost is probably a little bit higher than tomato growers, but they have a much wider selection. So if you're looking for varieties of mustard greens and okra, and you're looking for big bulbs of garlic and potatoes and cabbage and all those other things that a more specialized company like Tomato Growers doesn't have in wide abundance, Territorial Seed sells everything. And they often have a lot of coupon codes as well. Really a great place to do business, and their germination rates have been fantastic. Seed seller number 3 is one of my favorite, Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. Now, as the name suggests, most of what they sell are heirloom and open pollinated. I don't think they sell very many hybrids at all. So for that reason, I don't get a lot of tomatoes from them, but they sell so many other, like the name suggests, rare things. Their actual website is rareseeds.com. They sell some bananas stuff that you're not going to find anywhere else on the internet. They have wild varieties of melons and strange colored this and strange colored that. A huge selection of bulbs. They sell sweet potato slips, garlic, just all kinds of stuff. They have one of the biggest, widest selections of things on the entire internet. And the thing that I really love about Baker Creek is they do something that nobody else does that I can find on the internet, at least in terms of big seed exchanges. They offer free shipping. If you buy one packet of seed from them, they'll ship it to you for free. Nobody does that. So for that reason, I always order stuff from Baker Creek every single year because the barrier of entry is so low. Everybody else socks you with like a $7 or $10 base shipping fee for the most part. So for that reason, you need to accumulate a pretty big order to really make that shipping fee worth it. Not with Baker Creek. If you just want to get yourself 3 or 4 packets or 30 or 40 packets, you're not going to pay shipping from them, which is just fantastic. Seed company number 4, I don't have a catalog for because I don't think they offer a free catalog. That is Victory Seeds. Victory Seeds has a great selection of online seeds, but the thing I love them the most for is they are the widest distributor of seeds from the Dwarf Tomato Project. So if you've ever seen me grow and promote different varieties of Dwarf Tomato Project tomatoes, the seeds all came from Victory Seeds. Really fantastic company. Their seed costs are lower than most. Their shipping rates are lower than most. Again, great selection, and if you want to grow Dwarf Tomato Project seeds, there's pretty much no one better on the internet to get them from than Victory Seeds. Company number 5 is Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, and they are a very interesting company indeed. They are based in the Mid-Atlantic in Virginia, and while they sell mostly heirloom and open pollinated varieties, what they specialize in are heirloom and open pollinated varieties that do very well in the South and the Mid-Atlantic. So they sell mostly heat and humidity and rainfall tolerant varieties. Now, because I live on the southeastern coast of North Carolina, when you start getting into the deep south and the coastal south, some of the heirloom and open pollinated varieties don't quite do as well. I've kind of struck out with a lot of them. However, if you live in the more northern south, like you live in the mid-Atlantic, like Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Kentucky, Tennessee, where you get a lot of heat and humidity, but it's not as persistent as it is down here in South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, things like that. This is a great company where you can source really reasonably priced heirloom and open pollinated varieties that are heat tolerant and humidity tolerant. I can grow many of them here. I have over the years. I've just since replaced a lot of them with F1s that I've found to be better performing, but that doesn't take away from the fact that if you live in the mid-Atlantic or the South and you want to grow heirlooms and open pollinates, they have a great selection for you to pick from. Company number 6 is a company that I've known about for a long time, but I finally placed my first order with them this year, and that is Johnny's. Johnny's has a lot of specialty seeds. They have a lot of rare varieties of things that I've never seen before. So because they deal with such specialized varieties, their prices can be a little bit higher, but these are a lot of times really special F1s that do well in difficult places to grow, like where I live. Now, I've, for the first time, gotten a lot of rarer things that I've never grown before from Johnny's, like escarole and purple mustard greens and rutabagas and parsnips and things like that. And so far, all of the seed that I have planted, absolutely fantastic germination rates. So they may cost a little bit more, but if you want those F1s, if you want harder to find varieties that perform really well in poor performing areas like the coastal southeast, the deep south, areas of the desert, maybe look at them. They may have a lot of solutions that you were looking for, and again, really impressed with the germination rates. Seed company number 7 is a really cool company, and like the name implies, they specialize in tomatoes. Now, just like tomato growers, that is not all they sell. They also sell peppers and cucumbers and cool crops and herbs and all that stuff as well, just they specialize in tomatoes. They've carried a few things that I've needed that tomato growers has not, and vice versa. So sometimes when you want those really special F1 varieties and you're willing to pay a couple dollars extra for them, sometimes you have to go to 2 sellers. Not a big deal, far worth the price of admission, and again, awesome selection. Company number 8, I don't have a catalog for, but I want to promote them because I think they are a good company and they have a great YouTube channel as well, and that is Haas. These guys are located in southern Georgia, so they deal with a climate that is just as horrid as mine in the deep southeast. I'm on the coast, they're more inland, but they're further south, so the conditions are about identical. So they specialize very heavily in varieties of things that work for them, that they can grow out in the open, in the crushing heat, humidity, rainfall, and the storms that you get in southern Georgia. So these varieties of tomatoes that they sell there, they do well for them. They're going to do well here in the coastal Carolinas. So if you live in Florida, the coastal southeast, the Gulf Coast, the deep south, you live in Texas, you deal with horrible heat, humidity, and rainfall, definitely check them out. They are selling a lot of the most disease-resistant, tested seeds that you can get out there. And also, they load up the heck out of their seed packets. They put more seeds in their packets, at least for their tomato seeds, than almost any company that I've seen. I couldn't believe how many of these red snapper tomatoes, because this is a fairly pricey F1 hybrid determinate tomato, I couldn't believe how many seeds they put in here. This will be the 3rd year that I'm feeding off this seed packet, and there's still plenty of seeds in there. Pretty awesome. And seed company number 9 is going to be your local farm supply store or seed store if you are lucky enough to have one. Now, I know many people may not have the luxury of having a farm or seed supply store, but here where I live in Wilmington, North Carolina, for example, we have this incredible independently run business in town called Farmers Supply, and they sell seed and feed and all of that stuff. I love going there and browsing their selections of seeds. They store them properly. They keep them in a cool, dry, dark area properly on one of the racks out of the sunlight. They also sell onion sets and all kinds of interesting things. They have mason jars full of bulbs and seeds behind the counter. It is so cool. So please support a local business if you have one and you find that it has good reviews and is quite reputable. Chances are you may be able to go and grab some stuff right now. And the final seed company that I want to mention, I almost forgot about because I just realized they didn't send me a catalog this year. That's a bummer. I love looking through their catalog.
And right on cue, the catalog arrived in the mail, literally, the very next day.
Well, that is Burpee. If you've ever seen a seed stand at a big box store, you've seen Burpee seed before. But for whatever reason, when you order them online, they come in different packets. The seed that you buy off the seed stands are usually small packets of seed. When you order them online, they give you way more seeds. They cost more money, but you get a much more higher volume. And they have way more variety to pick from online. Tremendously more, in fact. What's cool about Burpee is because they're such a big seed company, they are actually in the breeding business. They develop a lot of their own patented F1 hybrids that you can only get from Burpee. For example, they make my absolute favorite tomato of all time, the Brandy Boy tomato. That is my favorite beefsteak. It is their hybridization of the Brandywine Sudeth or pink Brandywine, possibly the best pink tomato of all time, and their variety is every bit as good as the heirloom, but it is twice as productive and way more disease resistant. I grow it every single year. In fact, this year, I'm doubling down on Brandy Boy. It does so much better here than any of the heirlooms and most of the F1s that I'm just going to grow what works. And I'm going to grow less varieties, and one of the varieties I'm tripling down on this year is Brandy Boy. And Burpee also sells a lot of other cool stuff like garlic. They sell a lot of rooted cuttings, so you can get things like figs and blackberries and raspberries and tayberries and other types of little bushes and plants from them. So they have a really comprehensive selection. I highly recommend Burpee. I know they're a giant company, but they do good work, and check them out. But that being said, I do want to give you one word of caution, and that is when it comes to buying seeds off of those seed stands at big box stores. You know who the big box stores are. Now, what I have found personally with this is the quality can vary a lot from store to store. For example, when they first come in off the back of the truck and they're stored indoors in the corner inside of the building, usually the seed is very good, and I've had good luck just grabbing a couple of seed packets off of those stands. However, sometimes, for whatever reason, these big box stores love taking the big seed stands and moving them outdoors to the outdoor gardening center when the plants start coming in. I guess that's because that area, that time of year, has higher foot traffic, but it is the dumbest idea I have ever seen. They're outside in the heat during the day, the cold during the night, so you have the fluctuating temperatures, you have inconsistent humidity, you have mist from rainfall and things like that. So when I've grabbed seeds sometimes off of those packets in the middle of, say, late spring, they have terrible germination rates because they have been exposed to fluctuating temperatures and humidity. If you ever see those seed stands outdoors, don't waste your money. Yes, I know this is often the cheapest way to get a packet of seed, but what good is it if they're not storing it properly? So just keep an eye out for that. I want to give you that word of caution. And that right there are some of my favorite places to buy seed. Once again, I'm not saying these are the only places to buy seed. I'm sure there are tons of great companies out there that ship very good quality seed at reasonable prices. If you've dealt with other companies that I haven't mentioned, please drop them down in the comments below and inform us. We would love to have your feedback. These are just some great places that I love doing business with that have never let me down, and I've been buying many of them for going on a decade right now with nothing but fantastic success and great germination rates. So everybody, I sure hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and please ring that notification bell so you're notified when I release more videos like these. If you're curious about any of the things that I use in real life in my garden, check out my Amazon storefront in the video description. Expand the video description, click on the Amazon storefront link. You'll see everything I use in my garden in real life. And while you're down there, please check out my spread shop for custom merch if you want to support my channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see all of you again on the next video.
Wow, this is really amazing. This looks like something that you'd see on that Christmas light fight show. This has to be the most done up house that we've ever seen here, Britt. Look at this. They have the Grinch, they have Santa Claus in the window on a video screen. They have Frosty the Snowman singing, and Dale is just enthralled. Just look at him. He's like, oh my goodness. I've never seen anything quite like this. This is amazing. Is this the guy that broke into my house and left me all the presents? He's actually dripping with anticipation. This is really, really cool.